This is a check 1, 2, mic check. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Man? You was on the road. What's up, Demar? How you doing? If you're coming through, let's get myself warmed up. Hope y'all doing all right. What's up, Demar? You good? Benjamin, how you doing? Thank you for coming through to the live stream. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. I need to sample that. Okay, let's go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sample that. Let's do that right now. Can y'all hear me? Type 1 if you can hear me. Yeah, I saw that. AKAI has not released the beta. Everybody's wondering where it's at. I'm wondering where it's at. I'm like, people are wanting to mess with this thing, but they're kind of moving like how they did with stems. If stems is any indicator, then probably it's going to be like stems. If you remember stems, stems was off the chain. So, come on. So yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what's up with the stems thing. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. But they move it just like how they did with stems. So it's like they announce it, everybody's looking for it, like, dang, when's it gonna come out? When's it gonna come out? And then it's like, boom, okay, it's out. So I think they're gonna do that pattern with this whole thing. But it's frustrating. It was frustrating for me. Because like, wow, I thought I'd be trying out stems, but nope. So I just kept my mouth shut and just stayed cool through the whole process. They're gonna drop it when they drop it. There's so many more moving parts that we don't know about that a lot of companies deal with. And so they moving and grooving and doing all this stuff. So I'm not surprised that it's sort of moving like this. But it's all good. It's not the end of the world, right? So we're here, we're live. We're doing our thing. I'm just trying to cook up and chill and chat. So I appreciate all of you for coming by as we stay live in this piece. Stay live in this piece, you know. What y'all been working on? Catch me up. Tell me a little bit about what you guys. I want to hear about you and what you got going on. Dilio in this piece, man. You know what I thought about getting? Because I'm curious. I never looked into this, but I'm very curious about this. No, I'm gonna use it too. I'm gonna use it too. So I imagine you probably checking to see who's streaming and using the 3, right? I mean, I can use it too, but I gotta move it back over here. I can't use it over there because y'all won't be able to see it. It's hard to see it. Like, I feel like I've done everything I can do with the MPC 3.0 software, but maybe I should do a live stream with it. Cinematic album. I hope your cinematic album is successful. Congratulations on the completion of that. Yeah, I'm just warming up. I've just been enjoying cooking on the 2 software. Like, that's one of the things about the MPC 3 software. It's like I've done what I can do, but now it's like, okay, I can use it, but I can't do A. I can use it, but I can't do B. I can use it, but I can't use C. I can't track mute. I can't move the MIDI around like how I want to in the arranger. I can still only record so many audio tracks. So the interface is definitely better. But for like, sometimes I want to make beats for real. And to make beats without stuff I normally have to make beats is kind of a drag. But definitely the interface is definitely better. But when you want to cook for real, you want to know that what you have in your mind, you know you can execute. And on the 3.0 beta right now, you can't do that. You know, I'm not upset at that. It's a decision. Okay, these are the boundaries that I have in front of me. So what direction I'm going to go? Which MPC did you get? You know, I was trying to consider getting a MPC 2000, but I think because I haven't finished my album yet and I haven't done things, I wanted to pull the trigger. I saw some online. I was going to pull the trigger on one, but the kind of thing is like here's what I think will happen. I'll have that honeymoon phase where I'm like, wow, this is cool. This is different. Wow, this is hard. This is a different vibe. I'll use it for a little while and then I will put it away and I won't use it. I just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm not using that. It's cool, but I'm not. Give me back to my modern MPC. That's why I feel like, that's what I believe. Everybody says I feel like right now. You ever notice that? Everybody says I feel like. I believe that I would rather be using the MPC 2. So that's how I'm going to move. MPC Live 2. Hey, I think the MPC Live 2 is probably the best one. And I hate to say that because I like that big foreign MPC X SE. And I want one, but it's like, where the heck I'm going to put it? Where the heck am I going to put it? I mean, it'll probably sit over here. And I used to have that thing hooked up. I used to have my machine studio over here on this table to my right. And I used to go to town like that. I actually cooked like that for a long time. It was very difficult to keep the machine studio and MPC in front of me, but then I had to find a MIDI keyboard and come up with a different configuration to keep that in front of me. But I said, all right, I could do that. I can come back and do that. But if I were to get like an MPC X SE, I would probably put over here. I probably wouldn't even put it in front of me because I still play. I 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 mean, I play. I play. I play. I play piano. You know, so it's yeah, I'm doing good, Nehemiah. Thank you for coming by. I'm gonna play a record. So there's a song I did. I might as well play it and have fun. There's a song I worked on the MPC 3. If y'all remember that song, Hustle All the Time. I actually recorded it. I'm gonna play it right now. Why not?
Yeah, I know.
I might as well play it right now.
Doing the best I can. Look, listen.
We go keep it moving.
I'm doing
Yeah, you gotta have the keys.
for a reason.
Oh, you could be ready, Delano.
Hustle all the time. You know I hustle all the time. You know I hustle all the time. You know I hustling, hustle all the time.
Check these angles out.
You know I hustle all the time. You know I hustle all the time. You know I'm hustling. So I'm back on my 9 to 5 early on Monday.
Definitely give me a shout out if you're in the live stream.
Catch up on our work I missed on Tuesday. And I'm dreaming about the finer things on Wednesday. I gotta make this bread and hit the field on Thursday. And I'm feeling good because we're now on Friday. But I gotta still stack that paper on a Saturday. And a free ride in these streets, the Lord will make a way.
Mixed cut,
Gonna go for a ride and live my life on Sunday.
Now I came with that concept on MPC 3 software on that by itself.
You know I hustle all the time. You know I'm hustling. Gonna wheel and deal, you know I gotta make moves. Gonna hustle, get this paper, do what I gotta do. It's okay to make it happen, live your best life. Do it on your own until you find yourself a wife. A wife will do her best to make your house a home. Until that time comes, you gotta get it on your own. Be kind of people who are always kind of you. Don't deal with any person that don't respect you.
What are y'all curious about finding out with the 3.0 software that we haven't talked about? MJ38009, appreciate you. This was done on the MPC. This mix is translating good in my headphones. Blaze FM. I just did the beat in MPC3. But the vocals I did in Studio One. The only tricky thing about that, like for the MPC one, if I were to record vocals like that, I have to put the turn that down a little bit. I have to put that I'll find a way to get XLRs put into the system, and this don't have any XLR inputs in it, so I had to use a mixer and put the vocals in there that way. But see, I'm so proficient. The Sub Factory, oh, it's right here. Houston, how you doing? Thank you for coming by to the live stream. Doing it big. We in real time. But yeah, so as far as the MPC3 software, like I cut the vocals, but I don't have an XLR input, so I'll have to use a mixer with phantom power. Because I use a Warm Audio 8000 or 800 as they call it. I think it's the 800. No, it's the 8000. That gives you a fully amplified line level signal because it's a tube amplifier. So that will go into the mixer. Take the outputs out of the mixer, go into the MPC1, and then track vocals that way. The software that I use to mix and master, yeah, I got the Sub Factory popping. It's right here. Let me pull it up and break it down for y'all real quick. Let's see here. I can make a sound on the spot with it. But that's how I do it. Let me see if I got that question right there. Software I use to mix and master. I track it Studio One, and I use a lot of different plugins. But what's funny though is that I use the Air soft clipper on the bus for the beat. So I put that soft clipper on the like that song, that full song you heard, that was soft clipper on the beats. And then I use a little bit of different processing. I'm trying some new stuff with Antares that's really cool for vocals and compression and de-essing. Because I know I don't de-ess a lot, and when I really pay attention, it's like, yeah, I could use some more de-essing. Yeah. So you know, we got that Sub Factory though. Cook it up. Yeah, so soft clipper is a must on the mix bus. So this is the track I did with Sub Factory right here that's playing right now. Hey, Goldie, what's up? How you doing, Goldie Lock in the house? Oh, soft clipper in the sub. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, man. It really makes things pop. It's such a good plugin on its own that I like plugins I don't have to do much to, and they sound good out the box. So, you know, yeah. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Go like, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming by to the live stream. I'm just warming up. So I got a track I did, and let's see how I can use well, not soft clipper. Soft clipper is already running. However, let's see if I can maybe crank out a bass line with Sub Factory. Let me get my view set up. Boom. I had this room fogged up, but the fog is dissipated. I don't think I want to turn that thing back on. Well, I always like to initialize first. So Let me know if that sub is working for you. All right. So yeah, I had a beat here. And actually I had a sequence for it already. Let's see what happens. Okay, this happened in real time. You should hear that bass in right now. Yeah. A little bit of automation on that snare going to a reverb. So in fact, right there, really simple stuff right there. Put some game on it. Now these headphones don't go that low, so you have to let me know if it's in the mix. Studio strings on track 5. Yeah, I got a fog machine. Yeah. See, I just be needing simple stuff. I just need simple stuff and I'm in there. So I got to boost it. Now I got to overdo it a little bit. There we go. It's a hybrid. With the drum loop, it's hybrid. It's a hybrid situation. See, I can see the keyboard from my main camera. Okay, my microphone's in the way though. Thank you. I'm really pushing it through so I can hear you on the headphones. And I go back to my track mutes. About the Sub Factory, I think that I just got a simple. I think I just got the sampler right. See, this is just a basic beat right there. See if I can experiment with that. Okay, that's a different. Cody Lock. Baseline. Ladies, I want to make sure y'all know about Golden Lock. Y'all might have heard of Golden Loke. I'm sorry, I keep saying your name wrong. Cody Loke in the building, y'all. Super producer, y'all, in the chat. Now, if I wanted to go a little West Coast with it, I can bring that sawtooth in it. Go to the analog shapes. See if I can shape that thing up a little bit. Bring it up an octave. But I like my envelopes to be real tight. Now it might be a lot with that sawtooth, so I'm just gonna bring it back down in the mixer a little bit. Bring it down to the mix a little bit so it don't overpower that kick drum. I like to make sure that the kick drum is chilling. And why not? Let's wet it up a little bit of chorus. Why not while we're at it? But I like a more simpler bass. I like a more subdued bass. That sample set it off though. Can y'all still hear that bass line? Sometimes what translates into one speaker system doesn't the other. So let me kill that sawtooth. I like this bass right here, and I bring up that bass a little bit. Yeah, D minor. line a little bit. Took the bass line out. Let me see if the MIDI want to talk to me. See, I never play this one. Well, I don't play it very frequently. That was off to that. What patch it is on here, but it's A15. That's right, it's monophonic. Yeah, it's a good keyboard. I couldn't get a JD800, but I got the JD08. I guess it's going. I'm gonna have to make it enough. It's not enough. You gotta make it enough. about Romans though? They got their guitars. Guitar-like sounds. It's one thing to cook, but it's another thing to jam along. And it's okay to cook if all you're gonna do is cook. It's okay to jam if you're gonna jam. Yeah, it still holds up, man. It still holds up. Sub Factory back in with the studio strings. We'll straighten this thing out just a little bit. The facial expressions when you do it too. You know, guitars make those faces. Simply Jackson, how you doing? Simply Jackson, Michael Jackson experience artist. We got a good groove, we just get stuck on it. That's a jam. That jazz piano. Simply. Put a little filter on that sample. little bit of half speed on that. Somebody put me on the Atlanta Jazz Festival. Bring that bass line too. That's a vibe, ain't it? I like those chords too. I be stuck on this groove, y'all, I swear. Take the beat out. Change your mind.
change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. Yeah, yeah, change your mind, change your mind. Keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. Keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind.
Something like that.
Keep changing your mind,
You just scratch down vocals.
mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. You keep changing your mind, change your mind,
3 octaves.
change your mind. You keep changing your all the morning night train. You keep on changing your mind, changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind. Doing you keep changing your mind, change your mind, change your mind. I don't know what to do, you baby, change your mind.
It's alright to dance to it. Thank you for the subscription.
Baby, it's alright. Baby, it's alright. Baby, it's alright. Baby, baby,
I naturally don't go there either. I'm still on the same beat. I'm sorry, I don't got that top box hooked up. I don't got the magic box set up. I'm sorry. What you wanna do? Talk about it like. I got that soft clipper in? I think I do. I thought I had it in. I guess not. Let's slap it on the master, see what happens. I swore I had that thing in here though. That's crazy. Nope. Doesn't look like I got it there. Hey, yeah. Let's put that soft clipper in. Look at that. Oh, I got it on the drums. Yeah. But y'all think that came out pretty good? I'd like to think so. If you think so, I hope everybody else does too. That's a Janet Jackson reference. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit that like button to show some love. You know, I don't get a lot of algorithmic help on YouTube platforms, so if you could take a moment to like the video, that would be great. Just touch the like button. It won't hurt, trust me. Oh, we're just kind of retooling, just thinking about some different ideas. You know, talk a little bit. Let's talk about what's going on. We can talk about what's going on too. You know, I do that too. I'll talk about that. Talk about this, talk about that, talk about a lot of different things, you know. What makes sense to you? What matters to you? What are you working on? How do you feel? It's okay to do that. It's okay to talk about how you feel, what's going on. A tour? Well, I could do a small tour. I can kind of give you a tour right here, what's going on here. So this is my desk MPC key 61's right there, keyboard. CLA 10 on the monitor there, and a JBL 308. You saw that I had a JD08 in front of me. 16 by 16 pixel art. Power strip, studio rack. Wireless mic system just needs to come out of here. Integra 7. Alter gain from Behringer to give me some more ends on my universal audio interface. Personas 1824. Behringer Model D. I love this unit. Like Motown. Man, we missed that, right? We don't really get to enjoy that like how we used to. AKAI S2000 sampler right there. I wonder how I'm gonna get that rolling again. Patch bass and stuff, you can't really see it. Over here, Behringer DMine 12. This is a hard drive bay. Behringer mixer. Nectar MIDI controller. I love their MIDI controllers. I love how their keys feel. And then you see the MPC 1 retro. So that's a little bit of the tour that I have. That's a little bit of what I got. Thank you for liking already, if you already have. It's just another thing. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, this is a live up show where I talk about stuff. Make beats live in real time and chat. I appreciate the hearts and the likes and the hundreds and whatever you feel like sharing on the channel. I really appreciate that. We just browsing some sounds. Hey, come on. Summer's wrapping up. It's the end of August. What is it? Labor Day weekend coming up? What do you guys got? Any plans for Labor Day weekend? Dragon Con is in Atlanta, Georgia. Definitely thinking about checking that out. Not 100% sure when. It's actually going on right now. I wish I could be one of those people that don't have to work and just be at Dragon Con. I'm sure a lot of people are having a lot of fun out there, enjoying what they are enjoying. A 2500. I hope you like that 2500. That's cool. Dragon Con's popping. MPC Key 61 popping. I mean, you see I got my 61. And we're doing some good stuff. Yeah. 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 Hey. Hey. Afro beats. I haven't done an Afro beat in a while. I feel like I kind of knocked those out pretty quickly. A lot of different things going on with that. Hey. S2000, you gave that away. You didn't like it. Wasn't using it. What was your reason for giving it away? I like my S2000. I like it because it's like it's a real sampler and you can do some really cool stuff with it. I haven't really worked with it a lot, but what I have done with it is pretty cool. And I had to grab it because a friend of mine had it and he sold it to me. Because like, oh cool, an AKAI, something original AKAI. And I'm very curious about an MPC 2000. I wonder what the workflow is like on that. And I wanted to pull the trigger on one, but I decided not to. I was really close to pulling the trigger on one. It's like, oh, okay, it'd be cool. And the reason I didn't is because like I'll have that honeymoon phase with it, but I'll probably put it up and go back to my 2000 software. But it's cool to have around. It's cool. It's cool for it to look cool. And you know, probably a lot of people always like to see it and hear it work. I haven't really seen a lot of people do a lot of R&B music with the S2000. Well, the AKAI 2000. And I've been wanting to do it with that. That's probably how I'll roll. I don't know. Right, but they don't have sequencers built into them either. The AKAI drum machine and stuff has a sequencer in it. which makes it powerful because you can MIDI other instruments up to it. I totally missed out on that growing up. I wish I hadn't missed out on that. It probably would have been life-changing for me. I had no idea. Nobody was telling me. I wish I could just go back. You know how that movie is? What's that movie? Interstellar, where the guy goes back and he sees his past self. He's like, no, don't do that. Don't. I wish I could just go wherever the aliens went and just reach my hand through the time and say, go get an MPC 2000. That's all you go get that. I know you don't know what it is. I know you saw a picture of it, but let me tell you something. Go get you one. Or I could just give myself a 2000. Oh my God. It would have been over. It's wiggling its way to the heart of your workflow. That's what's up. But I'm so overabundant. Like, I have so much at my fingertips right now with this MPC. There's like so much to it. It's like a modern, but it's like, I hear there's something about the sound. I think it's just something about the experience of just having that simple box in front of you, taking sounds in and manipulating it to do what you want it to do. There's probably something to it. And I definitely want to experience that. But right now in this musical journey, it's not very wise, especially when I want to finish a CD. A CD like this one. Do you know what this is? This is a CD, an album. I want to sell these again to people who want to support. Get some, maybe make some money to raise some money for some other things through actual music, because we all know that streaming doesn't pay. I'm just going flat out saying it. I have landed to the point that streaming don't really pay. Like, I could probably look at and nothing against the platform, but I could probably look at my distro. I could probably look at my distro kid now and see that I don't really get that much. But that's the thing. Like, you got to really you got to spend a lot of money to advertise for DistroKid. You got to really even if you're using any streaming platform, you have to do a lot to get eyes on it, and then it takes a lot of eyes for it to make sense, for it to make money. And it's just not set up to do that. S5000, really? I wonder what's the deal on the S5000s. I'm curious about that. Anybody ever worked with any drum machines? What, everybody using FL Studio up in here? That S5000 ain't no joke, though. It's got a big old screen on it, too. I would love to have these at 14 years old. I would have been going crazy. Like crazy. I have a 2000. Sometimes it's like, I wonder what it'd be like to only just have like a 2000. What would I do if I only had a 2000? Like, how would that work? How would I sequence with that? Because I know, guaranteed, like, if all you have is an S2000, you're going to master that thing. If all you have is an S5000, you're going to master that thing. If all you have is a 16-bit, 8-bit game console and an S5000 in your living room, you're going to master that thing. Like, and you're going to make some really cool stuff because of the limitations of it. Like, you're really going to, and that's sometimes I do feel like we lose because we have, you see it. Like, sometimes I wish I could just, like, honestly, like, sometimes it's kind of a crazy thought, but it'd be an interesting thought if I just took all this stuff out of here and just had the Key 61 by itself with no computer and some speakers. What would my workflow be? Would I still cook the same way? Would I cook differently? Would I be more creative? Would I be more inspired? Would I have less distractions? Because there's so many lights and knobs and buttons around me, it's very easy to be distracted. But what if I just, and I've seen people with this type of setup, they just, like, I've seen other YouTubers make videos and all they have is like a little mixer and they're just like grooving. I'm just looking at that, wow, they just look very happy and locked in right now. And I can't complain, but it's like the natural progression. You get one piece of equipment one year, you get another piece of equipment one year, another. You know, but sometimes it's like, I wonder if I just stripped out everything. But I do so much. But if I just stripped out everything and just had like the retro, which is probably one of the most limited. It's powerful, but it's probably the most limited. So you have to get creative with it. You got to hook up a hard drive to it. You got to get a USB hub 3.0 hub that'll work with it. How would you monitor that thing? You got to hook it up to some speakers. Do you want to hook it up directly to some speakers without a mixer? And if you made music, that's what I'm saying, you made music better when it's limited, you have more fun. Because I'll tell you, when I was working with the 3 software, and when I was working with even Alive on the 2 software, and I'm just over there, and I have to figure out how to make the sound happen with just that over there without my plugins and all of this. Like I was listening through my system. But it was a different type of experience. And it was fun. It was like sometimes I just want to say, hey, I want to rent an office space for like 4 hours. Just bring a MPC 1 Retro and some speakers, decent speakers. And just maybe set up a camera and just record the result. Like, what would that be like? Because different places make you create differently. Like, you know, different places make you create differently. So what happens when you don't have all of native instruments at your fingertips? You know, what happens? And it's just you in a room with just your drum machine. And that's all you got. And that's all you can do. But I can tell you, growing up, when I first had my PSR 510, all I had was General MIDI. All I had was General MIDI, and
you are watching Delio T2K.
All you could do is just. I had my 510. I was locked in, dude. I was locked in. When I had my Yamaha PSR 510. I was locked in. All I had was General MIDI, and I had no mixing. I had very limited drums. I think only had 8 tracks. Oh, that's dope, Artisan. You have some of your extra credit to your son. That's good. But yeah, just a simple setup was just like some dope speakers, your MPC and like, give me like a 61, the Integra 7, and some dope speakers, and I'm set. With the current plugins MPC has right now, Sub Factory, like for real, just give me the MPC 61, Integra 7, and some dope speakers. I can make you anything. Anything. I think that the 2000 made a lot of people rich. You know, make the speakers. Yeah, I had a conversation. I'm going to talk to you guys because there's another topic I want to talk about: studio monitors, right? And there are some really nice studio monitors. You do get what you pay for with studio monitors. And Jay-Z used Fat Planet. That's what I'm saying. Spending too much time looking at the computer. I miss focusing on. That's what I'm saying. Imagine this, like computer, like you got big screens, so you just look at the screen like you're watching TV. It's almost like you're watching TV. You're making beats and watching TV at the same time. But hey, dang, this might have to. Forgot about this beat. So. Studio monitors, right? I was talking to some friends of mine, and I was telling them about how expensive these premium studio monitors are that really hit, that you can really push. And I was talking about how I can push these monitors, but I can't push them. I can listen to them, I could turn them, but I couldn't push them. And when I had some Event TR6s, I could push them, and they would just push back. They just, I could just push them. Like you felt like you could push them. Like it's almost like they got louder than you could push them to where they were too loud. You could pull them back. And so actually, guys, I'm going to be embarking on a new journey, and it sounds more intimidating now that I'm saying it out loud. in front of my audience, but I'm going to be building a studio monitors. And I'm going to document the journey. And we're going to see if we can recreate or get good sound like these $10,000 monitors, like $10,000, $20,000 monitors. Like Barefoot has studio monitors. They're like $20,000 for a pair, Barefoot. And then I know Sound Asylum has like monitors that are about $10,000 a piece. Y'all know about those? Asylum. And I'm not tripping, you know, and I'm not hating it. Like I said, they're probably, but it just makes me wonder, can I build my own? Cause like all we really have is speaker boxes, right? Excuse me. Monitors. Sorry, I'm sneezing. Don't mean to be sneezing. What's on this 80s popcorn didn't render? Okay. Yeah. So like what is this? SA. I want to build, I haven't really, there was one thing about the cymatics packs that made me kind of stay away from them. And when I looked, I was like, okay, cool. Cymatics create some cool packs. Yeah, they're 10K a pop. SAS, SA25M, SA25M. You like track? That's cool. I'll be forgetting I make stuff like this. But when I try to price them, I'm like, they are some expensive monitors, and it's like, I get it. Financing SA25. What's the fine? And I'm trying to go to their website now, but the website isn't really showing much. Okay, so why not? Let's go to the screen. Can I go to the screen? Okay, let's go to the screen. Can I clear this out a little bit? So yeah, these monitors are like about 10 a pop. And that's cool. I like it. They right? But I just think about the design. They're a speaker in a big box. And you stop using computers this year, Poly and Tracker together. So Artisan, how's your experience been without a computer? Without a computer screen, how's your experience been? But see, I got so many good sounds on plugins on a computer. That's like the, and I can't click on the link, so it's like, where is that at? But I don't know. I see them and they look like, I'm wondering, can I just like look at this design and just build a speaker? PSR 500. I had a 510 and a 730. So let's look at this one right here. See, that's what I'm saying. Can I find some cones like this? Can I not get a box like this and find the parts and do this? Like, there will be like a big learning curve for me because I don't build speakers. But but I'd like to build something like this. And I know there's crossovers in there. You got to experiment with the crossovers and get those right. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. I also thought about using car audio speakers for a studio monitor. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker, guys. Here's my selling point. Copyright 2024. They are not mixing. They are not mixing speakers. They are beat. They are beat speakers. They are party. I call them party. Okay. Party speakers. But I want to work my way up to build. I want something that's going to knock your head off. I want something that's going to knock your head off. I'm kind of disappointed I can't find a website for these things. Solar Sound Studios. Okay. Purchase studio packages. Buford Highway, Diamond Suite. Because remember I talked about booking studios? Like, I probably like to book a studio. They are great in Atmos. So like look at this. Like, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Because I thought about booking studios. Remember I talked about this a few shows ago. I want to like book a room. Studio pricing. What's the price? All right, but how much? You probably got to call because I'm quite sure they may change the rate depending on how much. All day rate, 8 hours, multi-day session require 100% deposit. We do not charge a half hour. Clock starts for engineer required to utilize any equipment. Reasonable art set time is allowed, but clock starts. Yeah. Purchase studio packages. Billable rooms. Yeah, can't really play them the volume we want. Program best decision you ever made was to invest in some good headphones and hire to SG600 in an apartment complex. So if when I think about living in an apartment complex, for me, if I had to do an apartment again, I would probably be saving for studio time. I don't think I can go back to creating in an apartment. Well, I probably could because I don't want to like sound bleak to myself or to anybody. But I know I'm going to need privacy, and apartments are cool. But I just feel like when you really turn up your system, you're not dealing with a lot of privacy. You're sort of dealing with everybody in your business, especially if you're loud. Everybody gonna be in your business. Specials. But purchase studio packages. That's what I'm saying. So I gotta probably go. They got a conference room. Come on, conference room. I take you got some money. They'll give you that. They'll give you that down conference room. Pay them some money. Pay them some money. I want to make some money. That's why I need people to like this channel and like these videos. Get my views up so I can raise some money to pay some studios and like film the things. Show y'all what I'm doing in the studio. Y'all can have something to watch, and then we can watch. We talk about it. You feel me? Like, that's why I need likes. That's why I need like views. Like, I'm working and hustling. I'm just trying to say, like, if I had Busy Works Beats numbers, I'd be up in the studios. Hell, if I had Abe McCree's numbers, I'd be in the studios. Because I would take some of that YouTube stuff and I'd be buying studio time. I sure would. They got a rehearsal spot. You can practice your plies and whatever. It just costs money, that's all. Mixing suite. They got the mixing suite. You want to mix? Dolby Atmos mixing suite. Hey, if you want to mix in 9.1.6, you can do it. That's for like film. That's like film stuff. You want to go film route? You can. Heck, I might try to intern at this bad boy. Like, hey, what do I gotta do to get in the door again? But I was trying to find out about the studio monitors, but I can't find the studio monitors. The shades and the chain, right? But I can't find these studio monitors. Okay, Reverb has them. What's up, Reverb? What's up, Reverb? So I want to build something like this. Like, I want to build something like this. Like, check it out. That's the back. That's the back. I'm gonna show y'all. Hit up Raph. He might work with me. He might. You know, I just don't have a lot of liquid. I don't have a lot of liquidity right now. Is Raph that accessible? Is Raph the owner of the studio? See, all this stuff, like there's something to this. There's something to this. It got my gears turning. I'll try to find them on Instagram. I'm close to 90K. That's good. I just need 90K numbers. Tweeter. So let's look at some of the specs here. If I can blow this up, I think I can blow this up. I can't. Okay. So the subwoofer amplifier is 300 watts. Woofer amplifier 300 watts. Mid-range 40 watts. Tweeter 40 watts. 30 hertz to 40 kilohertz. Crossover 100 hertz, 800 hertz, 4 kilohertz. I could go if I wanted to get my crossover game up. I could learn to wire up the capacitors and resistors because I did this back at Full Sail. I'm just looking at the views go down when I started like talking about like stuff from past. It's just interesting. I guess people I don't know what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the real stuff, it just I don't know why people just leave the stream. Anyway, hi-fi. I mean, this is specs, right? But you can. My gears are just turning. Look at that flat response. That's a good curve for the speakers. Okay, you got some dip switches back there. That's cool. So there's two woofers on each side. So if there's two woofers, like I'm looking at the box, right? And there's two woofers on each side. And if the power for the woofer is 300 watts, then it must mean that 150 watts, the total watts are like split between these two woofers on the side. So that's 150 watts each. So what, you're getting 250 watts. See, I can, right, Goldie, that's what I'm saying. And Goldie, you kind of started the conversation. You kind of started my gears turning because you talked to me about what you picked up. And I'm curious about doing something. So, but yeah, there's two woofers on this thing, and then there's two woofers that way. So if the specifications say 300 watts, there are 150 watts each going to each side of these right there. Now the box is a custom color and custom produced. You know, thank you, Ed. Which is cool. 24 analog or it has a digital input on it too. So this brain is not cheap because if you got a digital input there, that's speaking Dante or something like that, or some digital format that goes over XLR, which is more of a live sound system. Woofer 2 5.5 inch Kevlar. So you got woofers and subwoofers. The subwoofers are 210s. So what's to stop me from making a speaker box with all these in one thing and then wiring it all up? Because I know how to do crossovers. I know how to do crossovers. So I'm going to actually be experimenting with building my own. Because I don't want mixing reference I want some monitors that beat. If my philosophy is this, monitors that beat aren't the same thing as reference monitors. Like this is the CLA 10, right? And they don't sound good on purpose. These are reference. These will not beat. These will never beat. No matter what you do, these will never beat. They're not designed to beat. These do okay. I'm okay here. But these don't beat. But I want something that beat. Like when I ride in my car, let me tell you what I got in my car. I got 210s in my car, splitting 1,000 watts. No, it's about 500,000 watts. No, it's 500. Peak power is 1,000 watts. Between 210s, and I got like 120, 140 watts going to all 4 of my 6x9s. I wired that up myself. So my car be rocking. Like I'm rocking enough to where you're inside the car. It's like, yeah, we there. I'm not really, you can't hear me around the block because I'm not interested in being heard around the block. But when I ride in my car, I be beating. Like I can feel it. But in my studio, I feel it, but I only got 110 in the quarter right there. But I want something that can do that. But these right here, and like I said, this is not an attack. I don't want to about. Sometimes when you just talk about some people think you're trying to criticize. But these right here are like 8 a pop. And you know I'm going to want it in the R Sound green. So I was talking to K Boogie. He was talking about the barefoot. Barefoot. Y'all know how much them barefoots going for? Let me tell you about them barefoots. And we saw this in Rodney Jerkins' studio. These barefoots right there. So the speakers I saw Rodney Jerkins with are these barefoots. So that's a 10. That's a 12. That's a 12. 2 mid-range. You got high mid-range and tweeter right there. Oh, word? That's what's up, Gold. About 2. So yeah, I'm gonna be learning how. I'm gonna teach myself how to build. I kind of have an idea how to build speaker boxes, but I'm actually I'm gonna work my way up to something like this. It's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take some resources. If I pray that God bless me with the resources and time to develop and build my own studio monitors. But literally, I would just look at this and say, okay, let me give me a big box. I'll put a 12 on the side. I'll probably put a car 12 on the side. Mid-range tweeters, cut them all out, put them right there. See if that beat like this. You know what I'm saying? I want something that beats. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I want it to sound good, but sometimes I want something that's going to beat. That's the best way I can put it. But they want... They want $2,995. These are big boy monitors right here. Ooh. 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 I top of the line. But you notice how similar that design is compared to those Asylum units. No compromise reference monitor. State-of-the-art drivers. I get that. I'm just curious if I could build something like that. Well, I'm not going to, like I said, baby steps. Like, this is woodworking. Like, I have to actually get wood screws and glue and build for real. It's going to hurt. You know, say, a procedure about to come up and the guy says this is going to hurt. This going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But I'm going to do it, though. I'm starting off with a kit first. And I'm going to learn from that. And then I'm going to go from there. But I done built my own car audio system. I got my own amplifier. I got a 5-channel. I didn't make James Brown. Come on. So yeah, so that's sort of the conversation I'm having. So it's like, I just, you've done it before, okay. That's what's up, man. I got you. You don't gotta type in caps, man. We see you. You good, man. We see you. We hear you, man. We see you. But that's a very interesting thing. So I was just very curious about it because it is a very interesting thing. Like this is like I haven't seen anything more premium as far as a studio monitor than these. Like as far as studio monitors go. Okay, cool. And preferably, I like to make some and maybe sell them. Maybe make an extra pair and see if I could sell it, just to see what if. What if I make some speaker boxes for producers that beat, like not reference and mixing. Something that you turn that kick drum, it's gonna roll with you, and that's it. And you there, and you, because that's a different experience than mixing a song and make sure everything translates on everything. From the companies, I feel you. That's what's up, the bar. I appreciate that, man. And that's another thing. A lot of these speaker boxes aren't really big boxes. Like you got to have place for the bass to resonate. I do believe that. It's like if the box can resonate at a lower note, you will get lower notes. But they got some units there. I just want the experience. I just want the experience and go at my pace. Like I said, I don't have a lot of resources to invest in this pursuit, but I'm very curious about it, and I think it'll be a fun experience. I think it'll be fun to watch. Don't you think it'll be fun to watch on this channel? I think it'd be fun to watch. And yeah, I think a lot of professional recording studios have their boxes custom built anyway. I think that's a thing. Like I know about Augsburger speakers, if I'm saying that right. Augsburger. Big boy speakers right here. Come on, big boy speakers. Yeah, now we talking. Give me some of these big boys. That big boy speaker right there. I remember I was in the studio and I heard these, man, and I was feeling it in my chest. I was like, oh, okay, we doing something for real. For $62,000. They just I don't think there's really anything like, they are in big boxes. And, they're in big boxes. They are speakers in big boxes. That's pretty much the but that does take some fancy wiring. It's that big boy system right there, man. I'd sing about Augsburger speakers in a song I wrote a while ago. That's when you gotta. That's that record deal. We put crossovers on the tweeters and mid-range so the woofer doesn't destroy them inside the box. 3D print. Okay, that's what's up, go. That's what's up, man. Yeah, so that is the. That's cool. That's interesting. I don't know. Streaks in this track. I don't know, man. This off my beat CD. I made a beat CD of all the stuff I had over the years. But now I hear these beats, it's like, ooh, I could have did a song with that. They got the speakers there. Hey. Just vibing, y'all. But yeah, man, I'm just doing a little daydreaming. A little daydreaming. This is the big boy stuff. This is why they charge $500 for the day, $1,000 for the day at the big boy studios. The touch stream go Probably it would, the bar. I know it's on a live stream. That's the bad habit I have. I was cooking and I don't be making at least renders of this stuff. So it's like I don't really have it. It's that Ghetto Hope type beat right there. Ghetto Hope. Oh, ooh. Ooh, come on now. You got a content for the Snoop Dogg. Look at this. Hey. You got hope? I'm glad you got hope. I got hope too. Okay. Pro audio design. Ooh, let me slow down. I'm losing breath. Y'all can't see this. Let me show y'all. Yeah, right here. Snoop Dogg, Osborne Quattro. Come on. All these beats you're hearing right now, Delio. I did this on standalone on MPC Live. This beat right here. You got content for the props of this joint. Hey, these are not cheap. These are not cheap. And I think I saw some of these at the NAMM show when I was in LA. Not LA, Anaheim. I think the NAMM show was in Anaheim, California. If I can get some bread, I'll probably fly back out there. Battle Cat probably has. I don't know. I haven't seen the rig. Our sound party speaker. Now you're talking, Anna. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I actually grabbed this off a vinyl. It was a vinyl that I almost lost forever, but I found it and made some stuff happen and saved it. Yeah, man. It's okay to dream big. It's okay to... Sometimes I get a little sad. No, I'm not like sad, but sometimes I get sad because I know what it is. I appreciate it, but I don't have access to it like how I want to have access to it, because I kind of get teary-eyed a little bit, because it's like, wow, I really want to be a producer that's in this room, like making beats on this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be wanting to be that dude. So I dream and you know, so sometimes these speakers, I don't know what it is. I look at these speakers and I be feeling some type of way. It's not like a bad thing, but it's like, I really want to, you understand what I'm saying? Cause like and I know what it is. When you see those speakers, you know, you're somewhere for real. They do. That's a great way to put it. They seeing speakers like that in a room, and you in a room that is, it's like you are you're in a place that's doing it for real. Like, this is real records that you hear on the radio, where you hear you made it, kind of. You're in made it world when you in a room with sound systems like these. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're in a place of completion. You're in a place of, this is going to be on a plaque. So get ready when you see speakers like this in the room. That's that phone track. So that's why I'm like, man, I feel things when I'm in. It's weird, man. Cause it's like, I'm trying to get it. Now I can get in the room now, thankfully, because of where I'm how things have changed a little bit to where I can afford to rent. Anthony, I think they would come out the same, but I'll probably I don't know. I can't tell you, Anthony. You might get a different result. You might get a different attitude. I bet you get a different attitude when you're making music in a room like this, and it's your room, and you call the shots. You pay the money for the room, and you calling shots. Your attitude gonna be different about the type of music you making in there. In a system like that, your attitude gonna be different. Like you gonna like, yeah, I'm super producer, dog. Like yo, man, I feel you, but I want the track to go this way. Yo, I'm paying for the time right now, so we gonna make the track go like this right now. All right. Like you can talk like that, and you can't be screwed because it's on your dollar. But if you're there on somebody else's dollar, you gotta show respect, which I lead with respect. I lead with tact and respect. And in my sessions, if I'm paying $1,000, $2,000 for a room like this, there's gonna be tact and respect in my session, especially if it's what I'm paying for. And margarita, freaking Cayman Jacks on ice all over the place. Water. So yeah, so I feel a little some type of way when I get into these studios. Now let me look at Patchworks. I know they got a website. Patchworks. You know, and the thing, yeah, and like I've been in this room. You still get another studio tour. Like they got production rooms here. Like I'll show you. And I want to go to the studio and check them out again. Like I've been in this room. Like, see, this is a nice private room. My only problem is like, how hard can I drive those? Like I got that. Thank you, God. I got that though. Thank you, God. I got that because I didn't have that speaker right there, and just a space. A private space. I didn't have a private space to work. But see, I would like probably book a room like this one. You know? Like you gonna move different when you're in a room like this. You gonna move differently if you're in a room like this and it's on your dollar. You gonna move different. You gonna move different. You gonna move different. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a cool room right here. 1019. It's just a cool private space, but I want somewhere where I could cook. Mixing is good too. Now you can mix in here, but you probably gotta patch in the audio equipment into the Pro Tools session if you want to use the equipment in real time. But these some nice speakers in here. Production studio, mastering studio, 1019, studio 995. Look at them speakers right there. That's what I'm saying. But you know what I would do though for a video? I would try it out for size. I will book it. You can plug. I don't know, and that's what I'm saying. Not every studio has the programs you use. So you can, Studio 9000. But what I noticed though, a lot of people like 9000 is nice because you can fit a whole band in there. You got all the equipment you need to patch in whatever you want to do. But what I noticed is that a lot of people don't even use all the channels of the J. They just kind of patch in their laptop. They don't really mix with the mixer like that. And it's a little tricky. It's not tricky, but I'm looking at that mixer right here. It's like that mixer. To mix with that mixer right there, you gotta have Pro Tools set up so that you gotta have Pro Tools set up to output to each one of these channels individually on the input on the input bus, and then you can mix. There's like two layers of mixes right there. You got the input mixer and you got the playback mixer. And the input mixer works one way. And there's these different modes. These mixers have a modes to it that you switch in between. And I'm really rusty on my 9000J. I'm not going to lie to you. But, I mean, with the budget, like if you want to pay for it and use it and use all the tracks and have the stuff all tracked out, I would like, trust me, if I won the lottery or something, I would totally like book this room and just do that to get that out my system. But people done events here though. You just book it, man, you know. Studio 995. 995 is nice too, though. You want to go? Somebody want to come to my song camp? I'll book the whole damn thing. You just come to my song camp. And it's gonna be organized too. I ain't playing around. Let me throw. I'm not gonna play around. I may not have Rodney Jerkins' phone number. But I'm gonna run an organized song camp. I swear. I would make badges too. Yeah, I'd be a writer, producer, song camp. I would if I did a song camp, I would make badges. Like if you've had your fee paid for up front, you get a badge and name on it. VIP songwriter, R Sound, song camp, VIP songwriter, R Sound, VIP music producer. You know, they got services, consultation, private events. How much is a private event? I would do like badges, like you have a badge, like, you know. That's the thing. If I run it, I probably wouldn't be able to do any music. I'd probably just be keeping everything organized. I'd be running back and forth like, welcome to my camp. I need to go. I'm going to go see how much their private events are. I could call them. Yeah, you gotta talk. I gotta put the shades on. I gotta go buy some jewelry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, I'm just trying, you know, I got this record deal and I'm just trying to put that, you know. You know what I'm cause I'm a little I can't critique the creators on this platform. But I wonder why they don't book studios. Like content creators who really have a lot more income from this platform and a lot more attention, and then I'm saying I don't know what they do, but I'm wondering why I don't see them booking studios, and they may not need. They probably be like me, because a lot of content creators who are really successful and they got a lot of stuff already around them. So it's like, why do I need to spend money to go to a studio? But I'm kind of puzzled because I know that some of them are doing really well financially, or at least I know they're doing better than me. So why not book? I don't know. I would like to see how you feel about the studio. What's your experience like working with interns, working with? Because how do I say this with tact? Brands are messing with me, and brands have been messing with me. So if I come and say, you know, these brands mess with me, and if you mess with me, they all can mess together. I don't know. That's probably the most tactful way I could put it. Deuce Quarter starter chuckles. Right. So yeah. So you know what, Damar, I'm gonna find that. Damar, if you don't, are you back on IG? I don't know if you're on. You know. I don't know, but I'm ready to do something different. And if I gotta buy some studio time and save up, I'm very curious about that. The most I could do is maybe go do a studio tour and listen to the system. If they want money for that, I don't mind paying it. I'll find some money somewhere. Or $1 or $2. As long as I don't keep buying games on Steam. I took back that game. I bought Wukong, Black Myth Wukong. I returned that game the next day because it was a beautiful game. It ran beautiful on my game system. But I'm like, I'm not gonna be playing this game right now. And then the game says you need a game controller for it, and I was like, nah. You know, ourselves. You got it, man. So yeah, just a brother dreaming. Just a brother dreaming. These studios cost money to run, you know. Sound better. It's full circle. Like, what's full circle is like I was trying to work at these studios to have a career as a sound engineer. It's just, I don't know. It just, I didn't connect with it or something. I had some issues, and y'all heard a story. I don't know if you remember the story about me getting some combination fried rice for these people that was at 11th Street Studios. I was an intern. Yeah. So, and that's the thing, like, when you're trying to intern at these studios, it's one thing because you're trying to get your feet wet, but it's another thing when you have the income to. So yeah, so okay, so I was an intern at 11th Street Studios, and I was working overnight, and I was still getting used to that concept. I was actually mixing sound at the second church. I need to make dance and music records. I haven't been tapping into that side of my life lately. But so I'm just having a laugh right now. So basically I was interning and I was trying to do running. I was cleaning the studio and all this stuff. And I was already working sound engineer at the time, trying to intern at this place. And the thing about it is that I had Drummer Boy and his crew, and they rented a room and they were making music. And they wanted food. And I was the guy to go run and get this food. And I remember this guy asking for some combination fried rice. And I had to go to the Chinese restaurant, and I had paper cash too. Like, this is before Uber, and I was a runner. I did it. I didn't like it, but I did it. And the dude just said in this most hood act, one of his guys, "Hey man, I want that combination fried rice." Yeah, you go get that. And I just, something about, and it's probably ego, but I think knowing what I know and doing what I've done, something didn't seem right that I had to be kind of like a runner. I felt like I was like more than that because I've done more. But of course, the guy at the studio doesn't know who I am. I'm just a guy off the street trying to have a career in music. So, and to be honest, I didn't like how he really spoke to me. The man, I would ask him questions like, "Hey, well, what about this?" He just wasn't. I just didn't. It's something that it just turned me off. It was something not right. I'm like, I know I'm your intern. Like, how am I going to get paid? Like, you know, they don't want to tell you, or, you know, that you're getting paid or anything like that. And it was free internship stuff. And I was not in a good place financially either at the time. This was when I was driving a Buick, and but I remember taking their cash and trying to keep their money separate. And I got creative, and I went and go get some combination fried rice. right, at the studio. And I remember being at a session, and I was still struggling. I was like struggling to get back because I had this old Roadmaster 2, and I was trying to intern and interview, and I'm watching them work Pro Tools. I was like, I could work Pro Tools like that. You know, I'm watching. I was like, oh yeah, you can do. Yeah, it may have been, and I just something just didn't sit right with me. And I don't know. I don't think I was with the down talking. Like it was like I was being talked down to. And I don't think I was really feeling that. And I remember sitting in with this gospel group, and it was a guy from church, and they brought in all these people into the studio, and they're singing, and I'm just sort of assisting and stuff like that. And the main guy, he sat in the back of this A room at the studio at 11th. He sat in the back, and I've seen the engineer in front, and I know the engineer has a lot of great stuff under the belt, and I know that he doesn't know me, right? But it was just the attitude. I don't know, it was just something wasn't sitting right. And I was looking between the engineer and the guy sitting in the back on the couch. And the engineer and something hit me at the time, and I could be wrong, right? I don't know, but something hit me between the engineer and sitting at the front controlling the mixer, and the guy calling the shots in the back. I wanted to be the guy in the back calling the shots. How do I get to that seat? Because I was thinking, okay, I want to be the guy engineering. I want to be that guy. I want to be like this guy that was talking down to me. I struggled with that. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really know what to do about it. And on top of that, I was having a hard time mixing sound at this church anyway. So I was financially struggling. But I know that if I wanted to be in a large, nice studio like that, I wanted to be the guy in the back. Now, the role of the guy at the mixing desk is very important. Tried and true. It's and I know you got to pay dues, and that's how you get. But I don't know if it's a dues thing or it's an old school thing where, because I knew how to do everything the engineer was doing. He was the main guy. Like I could have did it, and I was in good attitudes, but it was weird because I'm already fully mixing and engineering at a whole mega church. But I wanted to be in the studio because that's what I went to school for. But yeah, when I looked at the guy, and like the guy who I was trying to be like was answering to the guy in the back. And I'm like, okay, are you the producer of this event? And you're not touching the instrument. You're telling everybody what to do. But the truth of the matter was that the guy that was sitting on the back of the couch was the guy who paid the money necessary to book that room for the time that they have, and also pay the money necessary to book that engineer to operate the Pro Tools system that's sitting in the front. So is it a matter of who you are? Is it a matter of skill? No, it's a matter of money. Because if I show up with a band and say I want to book the studio and I want you to engineer it. Imagine that. Imagine I come to this very same studio I was trying to intern at. I call them, hey, what's your rate? $1,500 for the day? Okay, click. And I show up. Oh, hi, you remember me? Yeah, you'll be working for me today. No, I don't like how you change that. I don't like how you change that on that kick. Put that back, please. You, come on. Go ahead and roll that vocal right there. Guitarists and bassists, get ready. You're going to track your tracks next. Thanks. Let's do it again. Let's go back maybe 5-10 measures. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that again. Now turn that bass up, and I want to hear more bass right now, please. Thanks. Do you got any water here? Thanks. You know I like Cayman Jack. So you guys keep Cayman Jack. You gonna get some? Okay, thanks. All right, let's go and run it back to the top. I like that take right there. Let's keep that. Make sure you save that session. Imagine that. Imagine me coming to a studio with a band and a half, because I can do that now. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I can do that now. Show up with a band and a half right now and say, hey, I want to book your A room and I want you to mix it. Now, it will have to be for pure intentions, because I don't want to be the person to do something like that out of spite. That's not pure. So I don't, it's just, that's why I feel some type of way about the studios, because it's like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to be. I'm not there. Was there a glitch in my brain? And then when you have certain people that you care about come at you a certain type of way, it makes you question how valuable you are. And then you have to heal from that and then learn how to place the values of who you are in other places than certain family members or people you love. So while I didn't get that blessing or the resources I needed to be in that studio as an intern, no, Damar, I will bask in that shit. I will bask in sitting in the back of the room, knowing where I came from and what I've been through. No, I'm paying you to touch that mixer. Get back on that damn mixer. I wouldn't say it that way. I wouldn't say it that way, But I'll turn that down 3 dB, please. Give me 6. Yeah, I would. Yeah. No, because if you got an engineer, I need to let the engineer do their job. But the engineer's job is to do what I tell him to do. Why? Because I'm paying for his services right now. Now, I won't be rude to an engineer. It's not my style to be rude or a butthole. But I expect to get what I asked for if I'm paying $1,000 for a day rate. What's your rate? 2,000. What's your rate? 5,000. I show up. Okay, here's your 5. But I would definitely need a reason necessary for a project big enough to do that. No, for real. Because I know what I've been through. Because I know what I went through trying to get to the mixing console. And to see that you have someone in the back of the room calling the shots anyway. Because at the end of the day, and that's what it was like at these churches. You supposed to be the engineer, but you got people who don't know about sound telling you how to mix sound. That's a problem. If you the engineer, you the engineer. That's what, especially with the first church I worked at, there's always somebody who say, well, we want to like this. Am I mixing this or not? But guess what? They're the client. The problem was that the client, some people thought they were the client, but some people think they are the client, but they're not the actual client, but they're in the client's ear so hard that what they say has weight over what you have to say. So there's all these little nuanced things you got to navigate in the church with sound and all this other stuff. And then you got to also navigate nepotism, favoritism. So if I'm ever to mix at a church, you need to let me, the A&R. Wait a minute, you don't know how to do sound, but because you served the pastor and the pastor's wife all these years, if I do something you don't like, you're going to go run your mouth about me to them and cost me my job. That's the type of dude you are? Okay. And you got a record for what? Okay. So it's very tricky to have a certain client Yeah. Yeah, so I'm very particular about that. If I'm the engineer, if I'm paying for it, the mix is gonna go how I want it to go. If I'm volunteering my resources, the mix is going to go how I want it to go. Oh, you don't like the mix? Here's the tracks. You go take it to somebody else and mix it. That's why I don't really record artists. And what's messed up is that the art, and I struggle with that. Maybe that might be a character flaw for me, but there are artists that pay, and they want things done a different way. That's going to ruin the mix. Those are the type of artists I don't stay working with, because you're telling me to do stuff that I know will screw up your mix. And for me, sometimes it's harder for me. It's not a good thing for me to keep taking your money, having me do these janky mixes. It doesn't sit right with me. If you're gonna keep telling me how to do, you're gonna pay me good money for this. But it's just weird. Maybe somebody else was like, yeah, I'll take that money, mix it however you want to mix it. I think that the proper way to do things, if you come to an engineer and you want them to mix a song, you need to trust their mixing ability, or pay them what they need to be paid to deal with your non-decisive ass. But that might be too idealistic for the real world. I wanted to ask you, do you think the new Sub Factory plug is good if you have a bass synth like Sublab? Heck yeah. Yeah, it's good. I mean, Sublab can be your bass synth. Right. So that's the thing. So but I put it this way: if they pay enough, and you want to be indecisive, I can live with it. But you're gonna pay that indecisiveness that you have, and these revisions you want to keep doing over and over again. You gotta come up off some money for that. Okay, you want to keep changing stuff. You don't trust my ear. You want to keep changing stuff. Now, I had a client that came off some money, and I was like, all right, yeah. But that's why I don't record artists. I'll collab, maybe do a track with you, but I'm not recording you. Unless I pick you. And people gonna ask, well, why not? I say it's just a boundary of mine. You got all this equipment? No. And see, what another problem is, before I go, people assume that I want to record them just because I have stuff. And they know me, and we can speak. Just because we can speak and laugh and shake hands does not mean that you're welcome in my space. And it does not mean that you can pay me to be in my space. Like, no. And I've been watching you too. And if you're not somebody that does music on a regular, and then suddenly you see me, I'm around, you want to do music, or you have an inspiration, you don't do, and then you say, hey, come do work for me. You don't talk to me, you don't check for me. Go do work. Now, I used to be the guy that kind of did that to keep people happy, but the problem is that, heck yeah, engineering for Ye must be hell. But I bet Ye pay for that. So you master this track, then the artist took it to disc makers, and if that track, I was like, it will stay that way. Disrespect. Yeah, I mean, like I said, as a client, you mixed away. The truth is that you mixed the way that the client wants to mix things. If they're paying for the mix, yes, that is true. But you don't have to keep mixing for that client. You don't have to keep working for that client. And maybe my selecting this, and maybe I've just had so many bad situations that I'm not just open to doing whatever with anybody musically anymore. And I know that's bad, because it does take collaboration and meeting new people to advance to the next level. But there's a certain vulnerability when you put yourself out there like that. Like I just had a situation where I let myself be vulnerable and it blew up in my face. And I don't even look at that person the same way no more. Because I just shared some personal stuff with you, and now you're looking at me like I'm A, B, and C, D. I trusted you. Okay. So, yeah, maybe that's why I'm not signed. Maybe that's why, you know, I'm gonna keep trying and keep pushing them, networking, but it's been hard. Yeah. So I think I've done running my mouth now, but imagine that coming to the studios where I was interning with a bag, talking about, I want to book your studio. But there's a part of me that just wants to build my own damn studio. But it costs money to do that. So I'm gonna shut this thing down, but I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm gonna go pick myself up on my feet and keep doing this thing, y'all. So make sure I get some rest. Be safe. God bless everybody. And keep your head up. Keep fighting. Stay blessed. And make sure you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Do something to help me to grow this channel so I can have some more resources, do more things, and make more moves. You know, and hopefully if you get something out of it and it blesses you or entertains you, get something to watch, I hope it does. You know, I really hope it contributes something positive to you. All right. I'm going to get off of here.